Yes.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Danvers Zoning Board of Appeals. We are now in session. I would ask that you silence any mobile devices so we are not interrupted. We only have one case on tonight. I've been told these things are confusing if you don't do them as much as we are, so we'll help you walk through the process of the applicant. We have a few overhead things to take care of before we get started. I'll start by introducing our board members. Down on my right is Corinne Doherty, our clerk tonight, Ken Scholes, myself, John Bowner, I'm the chairman. To my left is Ken Jarvinen, Chris Dembowski, and our alternate down the end is Kevin Burrich. Members, we were in receipt, of minutes dated February 11th. I'd like to open the floor up for a little discussion on the minutes before we set to approve them. So I'm just looking for feedback from board members. Corinne, do you have anything?
The last couple sets of minutes, for me, weren't detailed enough. And I know that this is kind of like trying to make all the minutes consistent per board, but I do think ours need a little bit more detail, because we do refer back to ours. And oftentimes when we refer back, it's by the years, not the months. So it would be very helpful if we had more detail in the minutes.
Ken, how about yourself?
I agree with Corinne. I think it's important that we have who says what against each case on as board members, which these minutes do not say that.
Yeah.
So I think we need a little more detail on
Okay.
that.
Ken, what yourself, any input or comment?
Well, I think the summary is good because it does, well, it states the crucial stuff that you need by law, like Mr. Zakelli was saying, but also it gives you some bullets of what were the critical aspects. But behind that, we're going to have the whole transcript. So I like that. I mean, so instead of picking and choosing, you could go through, if you're looking for something, you can go through the transcript. So as long as we have that, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Chris, Kevin, any input on the minutes?
I'm just used to what I've seen in the last few months anyway, so I'm just going with what's,
I would just be repeating what others said. I don't have anything
Okay.
new to add.
And I too, Brian, as we pointed out, I just think they're lacking. I think, as you pointed out, we're trying to get kind of universal, I guess, with all the boards and all the minutes. I think for zoning, I don't know, I hate to put us in a separate bin, but I feel like we are a little bit, because the details in our minutes, I don't want to say they matter more than other boards, but I just think, especially when we're talking about setbacks and things that are kind of detail-oriented, I guess without those details sometimes. So I don't know where to go with this.
I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, so, I guess, yeah, they're trying to standardize, the manager's office is trying, and this was, not just this manager, but this has been in process for a while through several different boards and committees in HR in terms of how to standardize the minute-taking and the minutes themselves. And for those listening at home and for here, the idea was they were supposed to be kind of like.
Do you have a microphone, Brian?
Oh, you know what? I guess I don't.
You wanna roll them down? There we go.
Sorry about that.
Yep.
that might be it.
The idea would be that there'd be kind of like a quick summary, and then if you want detail, go to the transcript. We kind of have the truncated version of that where we don't have the transcript, where this probably is insufficient by itself, which is, I think, your point, or is it more of?
Yeah, no, that is my point.
If the transcript was behind here, are you still like, I still don't want this?
Well, I feel like once this board votes to approve a set of minutes, that's it, we've hardened it forever. And I feel like this is our only opportunity to kind of say, hey, well, wait a minute, we don't want to harden it that way, because if we go to review it, I understand what you're saying, but I guess I'm not following the logic of it. And I think for some time, we've had this discussion about minutes and how they're being captured, and is there enough detail, is there not enough detail? So I feel like I'm not comfortable voting to accept these minutes until I kind of, I mean, I would like to see us get uniform, whatever it is. And I don't feel like we're there right now.
All right, just to be clear then, it sounds like it's two things. It's, the transcript would have to be on the back of this. That's one thing that would make this better. The other is that a significant expansion of the discussion points. I mean, everything else is pretty.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the vote, this is the people that, there's
And
nothing
who
to expand
attended
on.
and all that
It's really
seems-
just the discussion points are like
They're
at
too
a
vanilla.
1, and they should be at like a 9.
Yeah.
Is that,
They're too general.
okay?
I do have one question, though. When you say that the transcript is going to be behind it, is
Right.
it a full typed-up transcript?
It's a full transcript, yeah.
Well, who's typing that up, or is that AI generated?
It's
or-
AI, but then we have to go back through it to make, so there is review involved, but yeah, so AI, so even for, when MS Teams was recording, even back in COVID, they were doing, it was also transcript as well, you just hit the transcript button.
Yep.
So that is how it's generated, and then it could take an hour to go through a 2-hour meeting, maybe, to make sure that all makes sense, that all makes sense.
I
But-
do understand there's a level of pain involved, and
just-
I'm not
yeah.
trying to make work for people.
No, we
But
just-
I'm,
we also
my
need to-
concern is, and I know myself, I mean, how many times have we asked for a decision from 1995 where we wanted to review the minutes? And sometimes those minutes are pretty good, and sometimes they're worse than what we're reading tonight, right? So, I just, like I said, I'd just like to see us get consistent. And I guess based on that, I wouldn't be comfortable with us approving these minutes tonight until we kind of,
Without either one or the other, without a transcript
Yeah.
or without
Yes.
significant discussion points. Okay.
and I'd even go back to the prior meeting we had on the 11th, where we approved those prior minutes. I felt the same there, but I guess I felt like we were working
was imminent
towards
towards something.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
And this isn't it, so. And again, and I'm sorry for the public, I failed to introduce you. That's Mr. Brian Zucchelli, our planning director, so, who we're beating up unfortunately here, but this is not your fault as much as I feel like it's worthy of a public discussion.
If it's
so,
affecting your job,
yes.
then that's why I'm here,
Yeah.
to help you do your
Okay.
job.
So, board members, based on that, I'm going to, on that discussion point, I'm going to hold our vote tonight, and we'll continue to try to tweak this moving forward. How about
Yeah.
that?
Just very quickly, I think, yeah, it's going to be 1, 2, or both. It's either going to be, a transcript's going to be put behind here, or the discussion points are going to be like more of what you've normally seen in minutes, or it's going to be both. But there is going to be a larger conversation, and I'm going to try to get a timeline for you of
Okay.
when, but that literally every other board and committee that's involved that takes minutes is going to have this like overarching policy or whatever, just to speed things up and get everyone looking at, the same format.
Okay.
So I'm good.
All right, great, thank you. And where we do only have one case on tonight, I'm glad we were able to have this discussion and not hold everybody up too long. Folks, the way our procedure works is our clerk will read the case before us. We'll ask you to go to the microphone in the back. We are on Danvers Cable, so we ask that you announce your name and your address. And if you're an applicant, just, tell us what you'd like to do. Once you have laid out your case to us, I'll bring it up here to the zoning board members to ask questions of you. From there, we'll open it up for a public discussion, if any, and after that point, we'll come back and we'll deliberate right in front of you, and based on that deliberation, we'll tell you, what your options are at that point. So, with that said, Mr. Clerk, if you could read our first and only case for the night.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our first case is 16 Vista Drive. This is zoned R2. Request a special permit under Section 9.3 to create an extended family living area that will be larger than allowed by right at 1,113 square feet, where 750 square feet is allowed. The request is made by Matthew and Kathleen Seeley, docket 26-5133.
And is somebody here to speak tonight? Yeah, go right up to the microphone and introduce yourself and tell us what it is you'd like to do.
Hello, so my name is Kathleen Sealy, 16 Vista Drive.
Good evening.
And Matthew Shelley, good evening.
All right.
Yeah, so we're seeking request for a special permit to create the extended family living area. We moved to Danvers in August, and we had an existing building that was already on our property. So the idea is that we want to refurbish it and create living space for my parents. My father is going to be retiring as a Winthrop police officer and would like to be closer to us and to our kids, their grandkids. So we would like to add all the requirements for living area. So we need to add like a bathroom, kitchen, all that.
All the plumbing, redo all electrical.
Yeah, right into the mic if you don't mind.
Sorry, all the plumbing up to code, electrical. Unfortunately, the building's already set, so we can't make any smaller, obviously.
Yep.
We have our contractors here with us today to, if you guys have any questions, they can possibly answer them for you. But
Okay.
it is basically, we're gonna attach, if you let us, attach that building via a breezeway to the main structure to make it one continuous building, but it would be for my in-laws, her parents only, no one else.
Got it. Okay. Anything else you want to present to us?
I don't think so.
No, I think you guys have all the plans. It's set back from all the property lines. It's very far from the street. It's all in line for existing structures, so if you have any questions, we're happy to answer them. If I can't answer them, they probably can.
Great. And welcome to town.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Kareem, we'll start down there with you.
Mr. Chair, may I ask a question of the planning director?
Yes, go right ahead.
Brian, I did my drive-by today, and per the plans, and I also, when I did my drive-by, they have 2 driveways with 2 curb cuts. How was that, how did that happen? Do you know? Have you looked into the history of that?
I did not look into that. So you're allowed to have 2 curb cuts if they are far enough away. It's a permit that's required through the DPW Streets Division. But typically, it's really the size of the lot that would dictate that. But it's not uncommon.
Okay. Okay. And just one question right now for the applicant. It looks, when I did my drive-by, I see the blue structure in the back, and that was the old pool house? Is that what it was? And obviously, that's where the building or the structure you want to convert. It looks like there were new doors put in. Was that put in as the pool house, or have you started to kind of do the rehab?
No,
That was all there.
We bought the house with that structure as is. We haven't touched the house yet.
Okay, all right, so those doors were there when you purchased it?
Correct.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thanks, Kareem. Ken?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I guess that was my question as well. What was that building used for?
Like
We
the
know?
party house, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe it was built in the 80s as a garage, and they
Okay.
converted it into some sort of extra space before we bought it.
okay.
Looked like there was some sort of, we don't even know. There was a lot of different things going on. It looked like maybe a pool house or, but yeah.
Right. I think that's all I have for now.
Okay, thanks, Ken. And Ken J.
So the common area is going to be the mudroom, the breezeway in between?
Yes, sir.
All right. No other questions?
Chris?
No questions right this second.
Okay. And Kevin?
Ryan, can I have the microphone back?
And we're on shared mic thing. Open mic.
So when I look at, Google Maps imagery from this year, I see the building you're trying to convert, I see the shed, and then I see one more roof, like on the other side of the shed, nearer to the pool. Did you guys put up a cabana or something like that?
The, yeah, not a cabana, but
Where? I'm sorry, my hearing's not so great. On the,
Like right where it says 38.2, it's right about there. So there was another roof line right there on Google. Yeah, sure.
Behind the pool.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like a cabana.
a cabana. Is it?
Yeah. It's not enclosed.
This is our front door, the pool's over here.
Yep.
This is the building we're talking about.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That's the shed, driveway.
Yep. Behind the
Behind
shed,
the pool.
where it says 38.2, there was a cabana or something right there.
Yes, that would,
Hold on till you get to the mic.
that would be sort of a outdoor, yeah, I guess cabana, you buy like a big lot, something like that. It's a removable structure.
Okay, it's like tentage or something. It's not a.
Very similar, yeah.
Okay, thanks. That answers that. And then your shed that's there, that is. It looked to me like 200-ish square feet, but also like right on the property line.
it was there before we bought it. I couldn't give the square footage. I mean, whatever the plan is the architect marked it off, so I don't know.
Okay, that's, sorry, one more thing. So I looked at where the two driveways are, and I see that there's a mudroom, and that's what we're counting as the,
That will connect both buildings.
that's what we're counting as the shared space, essentially, is the mudroom. It occurs to me that that's not really near anybody's driveway. Like, is anybody actually, like, I know it's the shared space, but is anybody actually going to use that as their entrance?
Yeah, I mean, well, currently I park in front of the second building now with my vehicle, and I walk through that way. So that would be more or less the entryway for everybody on that side. And it
No.
would be a breezeway going to this building and that building, so it would
Here's the
be
driveway
Yeah,
very actively used.
here. He's saying he's coming in here right now.
gotcha. Okay.
Be going in there.
And so how many cars do we think there are going to be once, if this is all approved? And, because that driveway on the Vista Drive is very, very small. And then you have a little more room on the other side.
Well, that driveway, that parking can afford probably 5 or 6 cars realistically.
But that's
it
not what
would-
we're
It
gonna
wouldn't hold any more than 3. I mean, my truck is there now. It would be more than her.
It would be
her
4
dad's
cars,
truck and her
probably.
mom's car.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. That's all the questions for me. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. So does this existing structure already have plumbing?
Negative.
No,
No, so just electricity?
yes.
Has electricity, yes.
Okay. And the French doors are staying there? I can't really tell out of the floor
One of
plan.
them's gonna go, the one that's, I guess that would be more north than Lee's gonna stay, the more,
Okay.
so at the corner towards the house is gonna go away, and that's where the kitchen's gonna go in and reform that whole wall.
And then are you planning to take that structure and mirror it to the main house, like as far as color or siding or something? Okay. And I'm sorry, the square footage is how much? 11 something? And that's just the size of the structure. That's not including the mudroom that's to be built, if this is approved.
That's not including that, no.
Does not include the mudroom, okay. Which it wouldn't anyway, right? Because that's the common space, okay. I don't think I have any additional questions. Board members, anyone else additional questions?
I have one more.
Yeah, go ahead, Corinne.
So if you remove one of those, either atrium or sliding doors, will the main entrance into the EFLA be through the mudroom?
Yes.
Okay. And back to parking. So is the garage that's on the front of the house, do you use that for parking?
No, we used the driveway. The garage was actually converted years ago before we bought the house into like more of a family room, kind of game room for the kids.
All right, so all of the parking for both the house and the EFLA will be outside parking?
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
on the
Okay.
driveways.
Thank you.
Anyone else, questions? I'll go out to the public. We're here on 16 Vista Drive. Anyone online, Brian? And nobody in the audience? Okay. Oh, does somebody want to? Oh, yeah. Go, sorry. You know, I'm a little, we've had a few snow days here. I'm off my game a little.
Okay, I did it to the.
Yes, sir.
My question is,
Who are you, please?
Bill Bradstreet, town meeting member, precinct 1.
See, you're off your game a little, too.
As far as the mudroom being one entrance, is there another entrance exit on the?
Well, wait, through the chair, but we'll find out. Is there any other questions besides that? You're looking to find out if there's a second egress to the EFLA?
Yes, yes.
Besides the mudroom?
Yes.
Okay, we will get the applicant to answer.
Thank you.
You got it. Folks, if you can address that?
May I approach the board again?
Well, just as long as you don't talk, you can point, but I need you at the mic to talk.
So our front door is here.
You have to
Back
talk
door
over here, Matt.
As far as the drawing goes, be a first egress here, and the second door will remain over here.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you say it again on the microphone.
Sorry. So we have a front door that on Vista Drive. We have the back door approaching the pool.
Yeah, I don't think so much. I think he was asking on the EFLA only.
Yes, on the.
Yes.
And if I heard you right, one entrance is gonna be into the mudroom?
In the mudroom.
And one of the
then also
existing French doors?
On the corner on the northerly side, those.
And one set of the French doors, I think you
correct.
already described is coming
Will
out.
be
Yes.
two ways of egress.
Okay. And that's a requirement, I believe, anyway, with code, so that would have to happen anyway, even if it wasn't in their plan. Okay. With that said, I will close the public side of this, and we will, we'll deliberate. And Corinne, I started with you, so.
I don't have like major issues. I just think it's a lot of house on a small lot. That's my only concern. But all the structures are already there, so all the permitting has already, I guess, been in place for all of these structures. So as far as converting something that's on the lot already, I guess I would vote for this as an EFLA.
Very good, thank you, Corinne. Ken?
I would vote for this. Like Corinne said, the building's already there. They're not starting from a clean slate as it is, so I'd be okay with this.
Actually, I'm going to pause our voting for a second, because Brian, I meant to ask this of you. I didn't see anything back from town engineering. There is no impact on that, stormwater or any of that, because these are existing structures, right?
Yeah, so this would not trigger a stormwater.
Okay. And then, and again,
Trigger a water and sewer permit.
right.
But not a stormwater permit.
And on the shed piece of it, do we know if a permit was ever pulled on the shed, and is it an oversized shed?
So first of all, this looks like it's about 5 feet, which would be allowed if it's 200 square feet or below.
I did measure on Google Earth and on the town GIS. It's a 200 square foot shed.
Okay, if
Yeah.
it's a 200 square foot shed, this, just from my eye, this looks like it's about 5 feet, which means that's fine.
No, I thought
But it's-
120 or less, and you get 5 feet.
So it's 120 or less, but then when the building, when the building code changed to 200 square feet, then that's now what you're afforded to be, since that's a by right, you don't even need a building permit for that. I believe it's up to 200, you're allowed to get 5 feet. If it's 4 feet and below, and 200 square feet, those are the two terms, then you can get to 5 feet. from the property.
So you're saying our minimum size increased to 200?
This was 6 years ago, maybe more than that, years ago, when the building code changed from 120 to 200 in terms of requiring a building permit.
Oh, I'm not aware of that change.
I don't think that's how our
I thought we were 120.
table reads.
Well, anyways, that's on the shed, but, yeah, I think our,
Either way, I can look to see if there was a permit done for the shed. My guess is probably not in the recent, like, not within the past 5 years.
Sure.
So,
There isn't.
and,
it'd be.
and again, we are deliberating on your case, but I guess I should have asked the question of the applicant. Are there any plans to do anything with that shed, refurbish it or anything? No, that's all right, you don't have to get up, that's fine. Okay,
No, it's just for storage stuff. I mean,
Yep.
And for what it's worth, I did measure it actually, because I want to push it between the fence. It's 8 feet off the fence line, in the property line.
okay. But it's over, I believe our standard size shed is allowable is 10 by 12. So if it's outside at 10 by 12,
I never mentioned
Yeah.
I actually never mentioned the shed, sir.
Yeah.
okay.
Mr. Chairman, you're correct. So footnote 3 on table 2 says 120.
Yeah, that's what I thought, okay. All right, sorry, I interrupted our deliberations. I got 2 yeses so far. Ken J,
I'll approve this.
thank you. And that goes well with our new minutes. Nice, short, and sweet.
Yeah.
And Chris?
I will vote in favor for this, but can I ask 2 questions of the applicant, just as more of a,
Yeah, okay.
it's not going to change my view.
Yeah, you already said yes, but sure.
You mentioned there's no plumbing in here?
Not yet, no. We will have plumbing put in and bring all the electrical up to code and building
But there-
specs and everything.
But there is electrical?
It is energized
Currently?
right now. We're just not really sure of how it's going, so that's what we have those guys for.
How come you didn't go the ADU route and just went with the EFLA?
Because it's over 900 square feet.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Those were your questions?
Yep.
Oh, very good. And Kevin?
I don't get to vote tonight, so don't worry about me very much. But if I don't think I would have voted to approve this. I'll be go against the grain. I think, our EFLA bylaw maybe is not the greatest writing. It's a little difficult, but I think more than just the design standards, I think there's some problems here with the basic sections of that bylaw. So I think calling this one structure by putting that mudroom in is just a little tenuous. I think it's going to look like a two-family house when we're done, which I think is not the intent. And our bylaw would be a little kinder to this if it were already a conforming lot, and it's not. It's 15,000 square feet, where 20,000 square feet is required in an R2. So I just think, similar to what Corinne said, just a little much on this lot for me.
Very good, thank you. Well, you have enough votes regardless of how I vote. I would vote in favor, but I do agree with both Kevin and Corinne. You know, the spirit of the EFLA is to encourage housing within families, and that's your intent, and it's noted. However, you know, the worry is, as Kevin pointed out, this can easily become a two-family. And as by your own admission, right, this structure, there was something other than just an outside pool house going on already. So EFLAs are to encourage people to come in and do things right and do it up to code, and you know, we get to inspect it that way. We know, you know, no fires and whatnot are going to happen down the road. So, again, where the structure's already there, I think I'm okay with it. So I would vote in favor. And with that said, board members, could I get a motion, please?
I make a motion to grant a special permit under section 9.2 in order to create an extended family living area within an existing structure that will be larger than allowed by right at 1,100 square feet, where 750 square feet is allowed by right, and that the exterior appearance of the structure is not substantially changing. The structure remains residential in nature. Adjacent properties will not be adversely impacted. The proposal will not be detrimental to the public good and would not substantially deviate from the intent or purpose of this bylaw.
I'll second.
I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? You got it. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, folks.
There's a lot of construction going on in your street, so very good luck. With lots of kids too, so, yes.
Brian, I have
Luck.
two things that have been, we'd like to bring up as a board. One was we would like to get a copy of the updated sign bylaw that we're putting before town meeting so we can review it, just to make sure, because we haven't seen the final copy of it yet.
Yeah, I mean, yep.
So if that's possible to get out to us, so we can be another set of eyes on it, I guess?
Yeah, so you took the words right out of my mouth, because
okay.
we do not have, the ZBA does not, our next regularly scheduled meeting, we don't have any cases, which is,
Sure.
2 weeks from this evening, on the
Yep.
23rd. However, on Tuesday, March 24th, at the planning board meeting, that is the town meeting zoning hearing,
Yep.
when that's the first time that it's going to be, showcased, I guess, to say what we're doing. So, yeah, you'll have 2 weeks to be able to, I can send it to you tomorrow.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask, and
So
maybe you can email it to
You can have
us.
2 weeks, so before that meeting, if you wanted to come to the meeting and give your opinion as a ZBA member, as not a ZBA member, I think.
And I think you said we could also write a letter of support and send in, that would be right into the
Yeah,
docket.
so then, we're gonna have to, then it's gonna be the select board, and then after that, FinCom, you guys know the drill. So I don't know if it's gonna be me every single time, but the plan is for me to be there at the planning board one on the 24th, just to introduce it. The two main things that we're doing, just to reiterate,
That's in here?
it will be here, yeah. I'm actually wondering if it's not the best idea. I'm wondering if we should go to the senior center, if it's gonna be too many people, for this room. So that's something we are gonna, I don't know what's happening.
I mean, I'm
It's
happy to
scheduled to be
write
here.
a letter of support as the chair, but I'd like to read what I'm supporting.
That's
Yeah.
great. But basically, we took direction from the ZBA in the
Yep.
fact that the two goals were, there's no such thing, there shouldn't be a signage variance, it should be a special permit.
Right.
And the other is that making all the dimensions make sense so that we don't have all the downtown dimensions
Sure,
everywhere. So that's what those were the two goals of the bylaw change, and that's what we think we produced.
I think in the past, again, I'm going from memory, there's been changes that got into the bylaws that we didn't get to review, and then we were like, hey, wait a minute, what's this? It didn't make sense, or, because there's 6 or 7 of us here with, more than the average, I guess, person's experience on it, think we'd like to read it to review.
Of course.
So that was one thing, and then the other thing, the project that's going on at the corner of Pickering and Hobart, it was a conversion. We're not remembering it having 2 front doors, and I'm not sure if it's us just not remembering it right or not, but I guess as a board, we're gonna ask you to look into that. I
can look
thought
into
that was
I'm pretty
supposed
sure
to.
it had, yeah, I'm pretty sure, because it's another unit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we thought it was supposed to only have one front door.
I thought it was supposed to look residential in nature and one center entrance, but again, we may not be remembering it right, but I guess we'd ask if you could review the plan submitted and
think it's-
see if they're adhering to it.
41, 44.
We couldn't remember
I'll
the
remember
address,
the-
but-
I know,
the
yeah.
but it's the
number.
corner of Pickering and Hobart.
Yeah, no, there was an issue because originally,
The
when it
slope
got
and
built,
retaining
well, when
wall.
it got built, it was actually too far into the setback, and we actually made them, we actually made them tear off a piece of it
Right.
to be compliant.
So you think it,
it's 40
it
41.
was as submitted, it did have 2 front doors.
I don't want to speak out of turn.
Okay.
I
And same here, and I think that's why we're just asking if maybe you can,
I mean, that was
you
what
can get back
originally
to
I thought,
us.
but I'm also not 100%, like, I mean, it's easy for me to look at, so
Sure.
I can just figure it out.
So that was it. We just had those 2 additional things. And with that said, board members, anything else? If not, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. Make it nice and short and sweet. And even though Mr. Bradstreet's our only public member tonight,
I know.
and we're going to
to
give you
see
the
you,
next
Mr.
meeting off as well. Yeah, then we have no cases.
41, Brian.
Could I get a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Could I get a second?
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Good night, Danvers.
Good night, Danvers.